Hi, welcome back. This is to prove out whether you correctly made your parts or not. Right now, what I did is I came up here to my two-part wallet, went to the top, my top view, and I duplicated that to make a wallet assembly. And all I did is I right-clicked and hit copy, and then I just renamed it assembly. Final assembly, you can call it final assembly, put your name in there, whatever you want to do. And now I have three what appear to be three top pieces. I'm going to go into this one right now, make sure this is active. This is Sullivan Assembly. Right up here, it even says, if you leave your cursor up there, it says Sullivan two-part wallet assembly. This is the one I want. In order to move a feature into the assembly, you have to right-click and insert into current design. And it just takes a few seconds. Give it some time after you do it. If you're worried something didn't go well, just give it a couple seconds and move it away. And I moved it in the Z direction, -3 inches, because I want to move it back because it's going to go underneath the part. I'm going to select OK. You don't need to do a lot of constraining. You may need to, because if you improperly modeled this in different views. So right now, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of constraining, but if you're looking to constrain, you're going to need to go to joint. Things don't go in perfectly, and you're going to need to orient this based on a face plane here, and you select the second feature plane here, and if it will allow you to move if you didn't put things in correctly. But if you put things in correctly, it's not going to allow me to make this constraint because they're already on the same plane. If I rotate it or flip it, I would be able to, but I'm not going to be able to. So I'm not going to be able to do a lot for constraining this because it's already coming in pretty well constrained to my origin. What I'm really looking for right now in this is, do my holes line up? This is the most critical feature. So if I rotate this a little bit, you can see if I click on the front view, my holes perfectly line up here. Here, and you have to inspect all of them. They have to line up. If you have a two-piece wallet that's going together, if the holes don't line up, your fixture is not going to work, and you can't machine it. The very next thing you need to do is you're going to need to open up these original wallet features, and I'm going to double-click this wallet feature, and you need to go over here to drawing and from design. And this is just the bottom of the wallet. You need to make a working drawing, and that's to make sure you didn't make any mistakes in the model. It's a great way to double check. We're going to go 11 by 8.5, so it's flipped the long way. We're going to go ahead and select OK. Not doing this will create all sorts of issues for you later on. So you just click once, you select OK. The scale is 1 to 2. You could do 1 to 1 maybe. Make it a little bit bigger, obviously. Once you select OK, should be able to move this feature around. I believe you can just go ahead and click and click. So you click on the center point, you can move it by clicking again. I want to go this way with it a little bit. I'm going to put the drawing views now right here. I'm going to select this view, select that view, and select this view. It's going to be tough to get all the views in there, but I think I could even delete the title block. Don't need that. I'm not a huge fan of this view because the wallet's upside down, but this isn't too critical. We need to identify your center points. Okay, you have to have center marks. You have to have center points. You have to know that your holes are in the right spots. You need to do this for the bottom part and the top part. You need to do this twice. Here are your critical dimensions. When you use the dimension tool, I like the linear dimension tool. You're going to go from point to point. And it doesn't look like it's correct, but it is. Point to point. This point to the very bottom here. This point was not correct, so fortunately I have to go back to dimension, go to linear dimension, choose the bottom. So you need to know the overall length, the overall width, or the overall length, the overall width, and the overall height, the distance from here to here. That looks better right there. So the extension line is not connected to the workpiece. And then the next set of very critical dimensions is 2. These hole locations up on the y-axis. You're going to need 8 hole locations. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to do this. If you model this correctly, we need all of our dimensions over and this dimension from here to here. Oops, see, that's a problem whenever you select with the regular dimension tool, it gives you some really weird numbers. I don't know how to Control Z. Linear dimension, select here. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm doing. I'm selecting like this point here. So linear dimension. This is the one thing I dislike about Fusion. I do not think their dimensioning feature is very good at all. So we have all of our distances up, our 2 distances over, our 2 distances over. So now you're probably like thinking like me, well, I typed in 3.975. So double click this, change the primary tolerance to 4 units. So it is 3.75. If you go 4 or 5 units for each of these, just to make sure you didn't have any errors. Just kind of just keep going around making sure all your primary tolerances are 4 units. And that'll help out significantly. I'm sure there's a quick key that you plug it in new to make sure they're all good, but I have my 2 Y dimensions up here, 2 Y dimensions up here, my X dimension over here, my X dimension over here for that, X over, all these numbers look great. You're going to need to do this for this one and for your wallet top. For your wallet top, make sure you get all of your dimensions on for both. If you don't, you're going to spend a lot of time over the next few weeks making the wallet twice and doing everything twice because you didn't do it right the first time. So this is just a double check, a real quick, easy double check right now to make sure everything is modeled correctly. Neglecting this feature could put you in a world of pain and anguish for the rest of the class. Again, the dimensions all here look really good, and I'm really happy with what I have. So you can save these if you'd like. These are the drawings. Come on over here. This is one of the few features in Fusion I do not like as much as Inventor, but it works, and it'll work for you. So double check your work, dimension everything, make sure everything's correct. A few other features I forgot to tell you to mention that you do need to double check are your widths here. And the distance from here to here. That is not the right point. Linear dimension. Click on that linear dimension one more time. Just confirm that everything is what it should be from our drawings and from the previous videos. These numbers all are correct. 2.3525, 2.6525. All these numbers are going to work really well for your final product. And the last thing you kind of think of looking at would be, are your walls correct? Is your distance from this wall to this wall correct, and this wall to this wall? So some last few things you could check out on your project and do save your work. Good luck to you, and have fun.